Welcome students. Today's topic is return to a scale, in which I'm going to cover introduction to returns to a scale, then types of returns to a scale, and post that some examples and importance of returns to a scale. Okay. So to begin with introduction, return to a scale, it refers to change in output when all inputs are increased proportionally. So return to scales refer to the change in output when all inputs are increased proportionally. Okay, that means in the signal proportional, it is increasing. It measures how output respond to a proportional increase in all factors of productions. So if you are talking about factors of production, it could be land, it could be capital, it could be entrepreneurship. So it measures how output respond to a proportional increase in all factors of production, right? Important concept in production and cost theory. So it is also important to understand the production and cost theory. So return to a scale is also a kind of input for the production and cost theory. Moving to the next, that is types of returns to a scale. So normally we study in three segments. One is increasing return to a scale, second one is constant returns to a scale, and third one is decreasing returns of scale. Okay, so increasing return to a scale, it is output increases more than the proportional increase in input, right? So in short, output increases more than the proportional increase in input. So input could be land, capital, anything related to the production. Second one is constant return to a scale. So output increases exactly in the proportion to input, right? So that is known as constant return to a scale. So the first one is increasing return to a scale. That means output increases more than the proportional increase in input. The constant return to a scale, that means output increases exactly in the proportion to the inputs, the similar proportion to the input. Last one is the decreasing returns to a scale, that is DRS. So decreasing returns to a scale, in this output increases less than the proportional increase in inputs. That means even though input increases at a certain proportion, output increases less than the proportion increase in input. So in short, if you are talking about types of return to a scale, it is divided into three segments. One is increasing returns to a scale, second one is constant return to a scale, and third one is decreasing returns to a scale. So in increasing returns to a scale, always output increases more than the proportional increase in input. Constant return, always output always increases exactly in the proportion to the input. And the decreasing returns to a scale, in this output increases less than the proportional increase in input. Now moving to the example and some examples and importance. Okay, so examples could be if inputs are doubled and output more than double, that comes under increasing returns to scale. Okay, for constant return to scale, even though inputs are doubled, output at the same proportionate also doubled. So if the inputs are double and outputs are doubled, it comes under constant return to a scale. Moving to the next, if the inputs are doubled but less than the double output, right, it comes to decreasing returns to a scale. Okay, so increasing returns to a scale, in even if inputs are double, output more than the double. Constant returns to a scale, inputs are doubled and output also double at the same proportion. The last one, that is the decreasing returns to a scale, if inputs are doubled but output less than the doubles. All right, now talking about the importance, what is the importance to study the returns to a scale? So it helps firms decide on expansion and efficient production scales, right? So which product line can be produced more, right? and what all factors that is involved, especially talking about the double of the output or maybe decreasing output. So it helps firms to take decision on expansion and efficient production scale. Connects to economy to a scale and long-term planning in business. So if you are talking about long-term planning in business, is nothing but talking about the investment in the business for the long run. So it also helps whether the input should be doubled or not, or input should be increased or not, considering the output of that particular product. So that's all for today's session. Okay, I hope you understood the topic. Please keep practicing and let me know if you have any questions. I'll update you on that. And if you have any question, please visit my Urban Pro profile. Thank you.